Okay, Dave Blake from Evergreen. This happens to be my personal shower, and it is in need of sealing. And how I know that is when it starts to get white in here. See, this is kind of darker brown over here. Now this is natural marble mosaic tile, and natural marble needs to be sealed once in a great while. Because what will happen over time is, I have hard water in the house, and as I use acidic cleaners to clean my lovely shower here, then the acidic cleaner splashes over here, and then I get like a white, starts to erode my sealer. And then you'll see things like, well, like this perhaps. You see my finger? See if I look really close, what we'll see is like little droplets on the tile there. Hard water and things will begin to stick, you see? That's not how they're supposed to look. That's not how they came out of the box. So when we apply sealer to them, all that will come back as if it was brand new. And I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. Here is the sealer, 511 Seal and Enhance by Miracle. That's what I prefer. So I place it, well, because I didn't have a roller pan, so I just threw it in this little bucket here. And we're going to just roll it on. Real simple. And when I do it, I try to do it in such a way that doesn't drip it everywhere. Now, probably in the old days, I probably would have mashed all this off and all that jazz. But I'm not going to worry about that because it's not really that big a deal. Just going to wet the roller on all sides here, and then I'm going to squeeze some of this out so it doesn't run all over the place, because it's like water. It's actually like almost like a sticky vegetable oil almost consistency. Then we're just going to roll it on the tile, just like this. Just like this. Just that simple. Don't let any drips dry on there. You can have drips on there, but don't let any drips dry on there. Sorry, I'm trying to do this and there's a delay in the camera, believe it or not, which makes it kind of hard for me to stay focused. But anyway, so don't press too much out. And you'll see you have all these little bubbles and stuff all over. Don't worry about that. When we get to rolling the whole thing, we'll do it in sections. Then we'll just come back with a little towel. We'll let it sit on there for about 5 minutes. Then we'll come back with a little towel and wipe it off. And when I'm all done, I'll show you. These are my little terry towels that I like to use, just a little something. Something that's not going to be like a paper towel. This is like a shop towel kind of thing, so it doesn't, and you just literally just wipe it off and you're done and let it dry. Then the result will be fantastico when it dries. Okay, I'm going to show you when I'm done wiping it down, then I'll show you again when it's dry. Thanks. Okay, back again for a second. Now I haven't wiped it off yet. It's just letting it sit there. And you'll notice that little bit that I had on the roller, I put like one more dip. And that does about half a shower wall in the back. So you're not using a lot of product. You can see on the bottom how it's still white. That's the part I haven't done yet. You can see the line right here. See? That's the part I haven't done yet. That's the part I have done. Now it looks a little white in here. You're probably just seeing bubbles and whatnot, So once I wipe it, and another thing to think about is you want to use a lot of ventilation in this, because it is a solvent-based product. And you kind of want a thin coat, but scrub it in there. Okay, and use a soft applicator, whether you're going to use a sponge or I like to use a roller because I think it's easier. And then we'll give it another couple minutes and finish the rest of it, and then wipe it all down. Okay, whole thing's done. I'm going to climb up here and just show you something real quick. Well, this is a glass mix, so you don't want the stuff to dry on the glass. Additionally, can you see this part over here, how it's sort of dry? And as we go over here, there's a little bit more light gloss on it, you see? Then it's dry over here, getting wet over here. Alright, so you're not buffing this or anything. You're just gonna take a dry cloth and take the excess off. Just like this. Not a big deal. We're not buffing it. We're not trying to make it dry. We're just trying to make it not turn white. Because product left on the stone that's sort of wet, you know, we'll make it, see how nice and clean that looks? Not any effort at all, really. And then you come over here as I shine it in the light, you see how it's still wet over here. I'm just gonna keep going. So I've let it sit for 5 minutes. And this is the action right here. Nothing serious, just a towel. If you use a towel, make sure it's not lint-free kind of towel, t-shirt or something. I'm just using a shop rag because I know this stuff works pretty good. And I'm just kind of going over it, and then I'll flip it over. Just taking that little bit of excess off so it doesn't haze. It's also getting it off the glass. Just like that. Another thing to think about, you know, these are mosaic tiles, so they're fairly simple. If you had large tile, you'd probably want to be a little more consistent about how you apply it. You know, and thinking in terms of doing one section at a time, because you don't want it to dry on there and leave the tile looking streaky like. You know, that's the key to using sealer, is to have a consistent coat on there and then not streaking the tile. Okay, so when we come back, that's pretty much, you know, what it looks like when it's dry. Trying to give you an idea there. That's not dry, but it's wiped down enough where it's not going to leave a residue. And I'll get this one last little spot here. Okay, and then we'll come back and see when it's finished. This is it when it's dry. Consistent color all the way around. And it'll stay just like that for a long time. Maybe, I don't know, 6, 8, 10 months or so, a year. We don't do this very often. We kind of let it go. So, just a quick note: if you happen to get some residue or something on the side tiles, and then if it wants to be stubborn or stick or whatever, you get residue on the glass or something, or you get residue on anything you don't want it on, apply a little more material, rub it, and then buff it, and then it will come off. All right. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You'll see now there's no white contrast on the sides like there was before, because it's nice and sealed up now. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this little video and have a great day.